രസതന്ത്രം എന്നതൊരു സയൻസിൻ്റെ ഭാഗമാണെങ്കിലും അത് മനുഷ്യകുലത്തിൻ്റെ ജീവിതചര്യയാണ്. വ്യക്തികൾ തമ്മിലാണെങ്കിലും സമൂഹങ്ങൾ തമ്മിലാണെങ്കിലും രസതന്ത്രമില്ലെങ്കിൽ ഐക്യം നഷ്ടപ്പെടും. അറിവും തന്ത്രവും കുട്ടികളിൽ ഒരുമിച്ച് ചേരുമ്പോൾ അതൊരു രസതന്ത്രമായി മാറും. അത്തരമൊരു തന്ത്രത്തിൻ്റെ വിശകലനത്തിലേക്കാണ് നമ്മളിനി പോകുന്നത്.
Hello everyone. Bhavan's Middle East has always been the forerunner when it comes to child-centered education in the Middle East. Several innovative methods have been implemented in the Bhavan's Middle East schools. This program is intended to benefit thousands of students, teachers and parents, not just in the Middle East, but across the globe, where the JANAM TV viewers will be watching these episodes. Today we are here from Bhavan's KUWAIT, Indian Education School. Myself, Prem Kumar, and we have with us Sarita Umesh and Deepashri. We three teach chemistry at the Indian Education School, and Sarita teaches at Smart Indian School, Kuwait. Sarita, there are several initiatives that CBSE has brought in the recent past, which reduces the stress of students of grade 10 and 12 who are taking the board examination. Can you spell out a few of these initiatives for our viewers?
Thank you, sir. Indeed, it's a relevant question in the present scenario. The major decisions we can actually classify into three areas: the number of lessons to be taught, number of questions in the question paper, and typology of the questions. If we look at the number of lessons that we are teaching now and that we taught in the past, say between 2015 and 2018, we had 16 chapters in our textbook. But past 3 years, when we check, you can see a good number of lessons are actually deleted from the NCERT textbook, thereby reducing the stress on students. Secondly, the number of questions. Before, we had 33 questions.
Yes.
Now, it's reduced to 27. And the last is the typology of questions. Before, it was a paper of 70 marks with only subjective type of questions. Now, it's a mixture of both objective as well as subjective type of questions. And in 2021, CBSE introduced the Term 1 and Term 2 scheme of examination, which is one of the major decisions that CBSE has taken to reduce the stress level on students.
Thank you, Sarita. That seems to be a wonderful, details and the initiatives of CBSE that you have spelled out. Now, let me ask Deepashri. Deepashri, this Term 1 and Term 2 examination is similar to the semester examination we all wrote during our college days. What do you think about the Term 1 and Term 2 examination? Has it increased the stress level of students and hence their parents? Or is it beneficial to our students of grades 10 and 12?
Sir, I think I 100% support the semester system because it has always benefited the students. It has always reduced the stress level of students. Now we have only 6 units in term 1 and 7 units in term 2. Previously, they used to learn 13 chapters together, which decided their fate. That was, I think it is, or if at all a child scores a very less marks in term 1, they could easily cope up or make up in term 2 exams also. So I think indeed semester system will always benefit, and I 100% support the semester system also, term 1, term 2 system. Sir.
That's excellent. I mean, I too agree with the decision taken by CBSE to conduct this semester type of examination and train our students for they will go to college immediately after the graduation from school. So they will get an understanding of the semester scheme when they enter the college education. I think this is an excellent move by CBSE. And we hope that this system of examination continues in the years to come. Deepa, during my days, when I wrote the CBSE Class 12 exam, the question paper had several choices and I could choose the questions. Thereby, I could easily not study topics which did not interest me. And I studied only those topics which interested me because I knew that questions would come from those topics and I would not attempt the other questions. Today, is it possible for any student of class 12 to delete the topics and go for the examination?
No, sir, I don't think so. Students have to study all the lessons that has been given for term 1 and term 2, as there is no chapter-wise weighting given this time. As a whole, we have 13 marks for physical, 9 marks for organic, and 9 marks for inorganic, and 13 marks for organic. So there is no so student have to study student have to study all the chapters, or this is one way of communicating to the students that all chapters are equally important. So student have to put in maximum effort with the emotional involvement by studying all the chapters.
So that's wonderful, Deepa. I understand that CBSE is not giving any chance for students not to study the lessons that is included in the syllabus, right? So students have to study all the units as they do not know the individual breakup of marks. Is that what you are trying to tell our audience? Yeah, so children must study all the topics as all topics are important and there is no topic-wise weighting, right? So they have given marks for the different branches of chemistry, physical, inorganic and organic. As you said, it is a 13, 9, 13, which means the students have to study the physical chemistry and organic chemistry chapters more than the inorganic, which has 9 marks. So that makes sense to me as well as to all the viewers, our students, that there is no escaping from any chapter that is being taught by the teachers.
Sarita, it is said that students dread chemistry because they have to learn hundreds of chemical equations. What is your view on that?
Actually, when we think about the memorizing the topics, could you tell me one subject which does not require memory power to learn? Right? Everything required memory power to learn, or everyone required. So when you check the inorganic reactions, hardly we have 2 chapters, that is B block elements and D and F block elements. Of course, I agree there are a number of reactions. But children, you are able to remember your classmates' name, your old friends' names, your favorite songs. Why? Then why can't you learn a few reactions or few important reactions from these chapters? Reason is simple. The former is in your memory because you are emotionally involved in that. Latter, just superficial involvement. Anything you do with superficial involvement will not stay in your memory for a long time. So my advice is, write the equation and learn. Never ever read the equation and learn. Always you have to write and learn. For that you can use the old wedding cards Behind that, there is blank space. You can write on that all the important reactions, especially the repeated questions from the past papers. Then every day you take as many times as possible, just go through that. One day will come, that day you will be able to memorize all the reactions which you wrote on that card without looking at that. That is called emotional involvement.
So, Sarita, what you said now really interests me. That is the emotional involvement and superficial involvement. Most of our students are not emotionally involved while studying chemistry. They are superficially involved. They just read and read, which according to you does not make much impact in their performance during the examination. I agree with you. I too wrote all the reactions on cards, and I used to keep looking at them as often as I could, and I became thorough with all these reactions. I think it's wonderful tips that you are given to our students. I hope they are going to practice this, writing down the equations and learning.
കുവൈറ്റ് ജനത്തിൻ്റെ ഈ അധ്യായം ഇവിടെ പൂർണ്ണമാകുന്നു. അടുത്ത വിശേഷങ്ങളുമായി നമുക്ക് വീണ്ടും കാണാം. നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം.